Big news for the Kansas City Royals. The team has settled on a new manager after announcing that Mike Matheny won't be returning for the 2023 campaign after the Royals finished 65-97 in 2022, and it's none other than now former Tampa Bay Rays bench coach Matt Quatraro. Let's talk more about Matt and what he has planned for his new team. Let's start with why the Royals needed a new manager. As the 2022 regular season drew closer, most expected 48-year-old Matt Quatraro to interview with multiple teams for their openings and to be hired by one of them. This was when Mike Matheny had been fired. Kansas City had extended its postseason drought to 7 seasons and was on the lookout for a new manager. The organization had undergone many other changes to atone for its recent losses. They had also fired pitching coach Cal Eldred, and Dayton Moore had been ousted as president of baseball operations before the end of the regular season. That's when Quatraro came to their rescue. He stood out from among the rest of the candidates, some of whom included the LA Dodgers first base coach Clayton McCullough. According to the head of the Royals baseball operations department, J.J. Picollo, they had always been very intentional in hiring people internally. He admitted that while they had good internal candidates who interviewed well, the committee felt they needed a little outside influence and fresh thoughts to challenge them professionally. So while they intended to keep most of their hitting staff in place, the previous pitching staff was let go. And when they hired Quatraro, he was also meant to work with Piccolo to hire a pitching coach and build an entire pitching program that would span the organization. Next, let's learn a bit more about Matt Quatraro before he took on this latest job. Quatraro had only ever been a minor league player and manager. Managing the Kansas City Royals was his first time in the major league. He was previously the bench coach for the Tampa Bay Rays, who he worked with from 2018 to 2022. He played in the minors from 1996 to 2003, but never reached the majors. In 2004, he started coaching, also when he was enshrined in the Old Dominion University Sports Hall of Fame. He served as the assistant hitting coach for MLB's Cleveland Indians from 2014 to 2017, before joining the Rays in 2018. As a former minor league player, instructor, manager, and big league staff member in Tampa Bay and Cleveland, Quatraro was perfect for his upcoming gig with the Royals. So why did Quatraro seem like such a good fit? He was believed to be the ideal person to coach the Royals' young core because of his experience as a manager and catching instructor in Tampa Bay's minor league ranks. As one of the hottest names on the Major League Baseball coaching market for the past month, the Royals had little trouble picking him. The new coach's forward-thinking strategies and confidence in analytics qualities also helped him win over the team and lock down their decision. The Royals were aware of his history with an analytic-friendly organization in Tampa Bay and counted on him to perform well as a communicator and leader for their team. It also didn't hurt that he was already a widely known and well-respected Major League Baseball figure. When Quatraro spoke with the media for the first time since being hired as the Royals manager, he was wearing his new number 33 Royals jersey and appeared to be super focused, while asserting that the team was going to be adopting a more consistent and results-driven system in the upcoming months. He carefully highlighted the very human element of the game, alongside the players' personal lives, which are also a big part of the game on field. The new manager plans to use all 26 players to their full potential and change their roster. Quatraro said that he had already discussed his plans with the players, and next on his list was an efficient staff. The Royals haven't had a winning season since 2015, but with Quatraro, that could change. Quatraro's takeover of the 65-97 club may be the best thing that's happened to them in a while. If the new manager stays true to his promise of building depth and piecing together a competent pitching staff, he might be able to lead them to victory. Here's what Quatraro had to say to his team: "I want to listen to what you have to say, and that's how our staff is going to work. And our staff is going to be super dedicated to connecting with our players on a personal level and on a baseball level. And I think that's what the main message is." With more transparency and collaboration within the club, he hopes to bring up their game on an individual level and as a group. Quatraro plans to make some tweaks to the team's approach and pitch usage kind of things. Besides pitching, close games have been presenting a bit of an issue for the Royals lately. They were 16-20 in one-run games this season, so that's another thing their new manager wants to work on. He plans to be on the winning side by having the right players and staff in place so that they can deal with close, tight games better. A new era of baseball was ushered in with several first-year players for the Royals during the 2022 season. The arrival of a new manager added to the next wave. There are already some building blocks in place. Quatraro has been calling current players, the first two being longtime catcher Salvador Perez and upcoming star Bobby Witt Jr. This was a noteworthy decision on Quatraro's part because it shows that he understands how bringing together two people like Perez, a representation of the past and present of the organization, and star of the 2015 title team, and Witt, a representation of the future as possibly the best best rookie in baseball in the last season. The hopes are that Quatraro will lean on these two and the other young position players who made their big league debuts last season to improve on a 65-97 finish and help the Royals rise to victory once more. Quatraro discussed all this and more in his introductory Royals presser when he was formally introduced as the Royals' 18th full-time manager and had pulled on his number 33 jersey. He spoke in front of Chairman and CEO John Sherman, Executive VP of Baseball Operations, and GM JJ Picollo, a room packed with reporters and his family. Picollo revealed that Quatraro had cemented himself as the man for the job when he came in for an interview. He said they could not find anybody that had anything negative to say about Matt Quatraro, which made the decision even easier. Let's discuss some highlights from the presser. Quatraro was clear about the fact that processes were going to look a lot different in Kansas City. He talked about their need to change the way decisions were made and said that he was confident in the process they had come up with. Transparency would be a major part of their process. Transparency within the organization and the community. He expressed his excitement at working with young players who were clearly hungry to get better. He also pointed out that he recognized a lot of infrastructure in place that he and the committee could collaborate with. Pitching. The success behind small market team success, as per Quatraro. He recognized the pitching staff's immense talent and said he was eager to help them reach their true potential. He couldn't elaborate on the process, but expressed that he was looking forward to maximizing their potential. When talking about a new pitching coach, he disclosed that they were in the process of compiling a list, much like what had been done for the manager search, and that based on the qualities they needed, they were going to try their best to come up with the ideal candidate. More importance on the players. Communication. The new manager placed a lot of emphasis on communication. He talked about how he knew the players would be eager to work with people who were open to listening to them. To do his part, he said that he called the guys and talked to them to see what was on their minds. It was admirable to see a manager placing that much emphasis on his players, and that bodes well because it's a good first impression of Quatraro. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. So what are your thoughts on Matt Quatraro as the new manager for the Royals? Do you think he'll be able to help them climb out of the rut they've been in for the better part of the last decade? Let us know all your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.